Scream 7 ultimately fails because it disrespects the 30-year-old horror franchise. Scream 7 screenwriters Kevin Williamson and Guy Busick had an impossible task. Scream 5 and Scream 6 set up a story with two leads no longer around. The end of their trilogy was left untold, and because of the real-life issues that caused it, don't look for Barrera and Ortega to ever return for a conclusion. The newest film took the easy way out by going back to Sidney Prescott. Still, Scream 7 had to acknowledge why the Carpenters weren't there, just as Scream 6 explained Sidney's absence by saying she was in hiding. That made perfect sense. So how would Williamson and Busick respectfully remove Sam and Tara from the board? How does Scream 7 compare? Even more so than Sidney Prescott and Gale Weathers, Courtney Cox. The biggest connections to the Carpenter sisters are Chad Meeks Martin, Mason Gooding, and his twin sister Mindy, Jasmine Savoy Brown. Together, they became the Core Four, the new version of Sidney, Gale, and Dewey Riley, David Arquette. Chad and Mindy have small and unnecessary roles in Scream 7 as a lazy way of connecting to the last two movies. They are there to be that link, and, hopefully, for the audience, to be a narrative device, which explains why Sam and Tara aren't here. One of Scream 7's biggest failures is that it chooses not to have them do that at all. Instead, the only thing we get is a passing comment from Mindy. When trying to figure out who the new Ghostface is, she says, "Billy Loomis had a secret love child, so who the fet knows?" This line is a cheap shot at the past. Now, the Billy Loomis, Skeet Ulrich, ghost subplot was strange indeed, but for that to be the only comment Scream 7 makes about the Carpenters is harsh. It disrespects what came before and tells the audience that Sam and Tara didn't matter. The only character to appear in every Scream movie is Gale Weathers. For the most part, her role in the last few movies has been pointless. That's even more so the case in Scream 7, where she's there to show up now and again as a narrative device, so Sidney has someone to talk to. Gale is also there to blast Scream 6. After being reunited following Ghostface's return, Gale tells Sidney, "You're lucky you sat this one out. It was brutal." On the surface, the comment is meant to say it's a good thing Sidney was in hiding because so many people died. However, the real meaning isn't even trying to hide itself. It's not only a wink at Neve Campbell for sitting out Scream 6 because of her pay dispute. Scream 7 mocks Scream 6 through its leads, and it even lets its villain get some jabs in, too. During an encounter with Sidney, Ghostface tells her, "A Ghostface attack doesn't count if you're not there." The present is obsessed with ripping down the past. It implies that Scream 6 is inferior because it got away from its final girl. It's an IP that succeeds because of its mystery angle setup and its villain. Scream 6 was missing Neve Campbell and David Arquette, yet it still thrived. Not despite those stars not being in it, but possibly because of it. While Scream 5 wasn't perfect, it set up Sam and Tara, leaving audiences wanting to know what happened next. It was okay for Sidney to sit one out because no longer did every movie have to be about her. Scream 7 is so focused on the past of the original Scream and Scream 6 that it can't get out of its way. Nostalgia brought us to the theater for a record-breaking opening weekend. That's great, but it also shows a fatal flaw. Reviews for Scream 7 were not great. It currently sits at 31% on Rotten Tomatoes. A score earned through lazy writing and the weakest Ghostface reveal. It gave us Sidney Prescott and little else. Scream 6 worked by focusing on the future for once. Scream 7 not only implied that Scream 6 didn't count, but any future sequel without Campbell won't count either. They are more dependent on her than ever before. Scream 7 is now playing in theaters.